It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. Today, we have a very special episode. The reason we're all sitting here is because we're going to play a friendly game of Monopoly today. Can I have the top hat?
No.
Why?
My top hat needs a top hat.
Ryan, what are you going to be?
I'll be the iron.
Good industrialist type of thing there. Ashley?
I think I'll be the car.
The car. So I could do this, or I could do that, or I could do that.
You get to be the boot.
Or someone can just decide for you. Okay, well there's that. Before we get started, let me tell you really quickly how you can find the show. We're at WNCT.com under the download app where you can watch this or any episode of the show. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All the usual suspects when it comes to social media, and use the East Daily Download hashtag. We'd love to hear from you and for you to follow us. Let's talk about what's on today's episode. We visit J.H. Rose High School to profile a student who wrote a play that tackles the hardships of teens with autism. We'll take a look at the new movie Midway. It's part 2 in our look at Stellar Showcase. And if all that wasn't enough, we're also going to have a new Down Eats. We're going to Gwendy's Goodies. And with that being said, we're going to start playing, but there's one problem. Where are the dice? John, we'll be back in a minute.
Gwendy's Goodies in Ayden has been a local favorite for quite a long time since it opened a couple of years ago. Now it's a statewide favorite after just winning the best bakery in the state of North Carolina.
Gwendy's Goodies quite literally takes the cake when it comes to baked goods.
The Ayden business was recently crowned North Carolina's sweetest bakery by Dawn Foods, competing against multiple other bakeries in the state.
Owner Gwendy Yasnitsky believes it's the community and her staff that made the company stand out.
This is a bakery that you come into and you're not just a customer, like you quickly become a friend. We know most of our customers' names. We genuinely care about our customers and they genuinely care about us.
To celebrate their success, Gwendy's Goodies is hosting an event with live music, free food, and of course desserts.
If you'd like to hear more on my interview with Gwendy and learn why this bakery is the best bakery in the state of North Carolina, you can go to WNCT.com and click Online Originals in our feature section. In Ayden, Madeline Ashley, 9 on your side.
Now downloading Tech Beat Tuesday.
This is Coffee Park in Santa Rosa, the scene of destruction from the Tubbs fire that 2 years ago seemed unimaginable, but today is almost expected. Homes are in various states of reconstruction as people rebuild their neighborhoods. But there is one house here on Shelbourne Way that has been rebuilt with a whole new idea in mind, called net zero energy.
The net zero energy part means essentially that the home is designed to supply all of its own energy needs on an annual basis.
The house is all electric with modern efficient appliances, high-tech skylights, super insulated walls, and triple pane windows. But the solar panels on the roof and the 9.8 kilowatt storage battery in the garage enable the home, if desired, to operate without relying on or paying PG&E for power.
So that's security, right? That means when you buy the house, you've paid your utility bill in advance for the life of your living in the house.
In an area that just experienced a days-long blackout, you'd think people would be flocking to the new technology. But realtor Mark Spalding says out of 340 homes listed in Santa Rosa, the house on Shelbourne is the only one with an integrated solar and battery system. He thinks developers have been wary about adding the $40,000 plus cost of this house to their projects. But the frequency of power outages may be changing that.
They haven't been sure that there was a market there. And these types of events, I think solidify that there in fact is a market and there's an evolving market.
Advocates for independent energy systems believe homeowners will become more accepting of that cost as their fears about natural disasters grow stronger.
We would love all homes to be designed like this right now, but it's not happening. 5 years from now, I think it'll be a very different story.
The house is listed at $799,000, making it one of the most expensive homes on the street. But the realtor says there's been increased interest in it following last week's power outage. In Coffee Park, John Ramos, KPIX5.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download playing a friendly game of Monopoly with Lauren, Ryan, and Ashley. Since John took our dice, there happens to be this app that you can get dice, so we are playing with the dice app. I'm going to buy that. There's 150 banker. She raised the interest rates on all of our loans, so
140.
State Avenue. Anyway, so we still have a big show to come. We're going to profile a teen that is at J.H. Rose High School who wrote a play about teens dealing with autism. But before we do that, we're going to check in with Stellar Art Showcase and our team that went out to that event in Raleigh recently. And it was featuring music and art and fashion and photography, comedy, dance, a lot of stuff. It's really cool. Let's take a look at that, and then we'll be back with the game here on Monopoly Day.
We are here. The Raw Showcase just finished up, and Ebony, aka Super Stylist, has some beautiful designs running down the runway. Crystals, crowns. Tell me about your aesthetic. How do you get your style influence?
A lot of my style influence is like, I'm a visualist, so if I see things in the world, like just nature around me, that's where I get it from, my inspiration. So my models today, they were inspired by The Lion King, Beyonce, when she went to the gala, Nubian Queen, so that's where that stemmed from.
That was beautiful. So you create the designs of like the placement of where you're going to put the beads or the jewels on their bodies, I think?
Yes, I created that placement as well. Yes, hair, makeup, clothing, everything.
So on a daily basis, what is the Super Stylist routine, or what are your interactions like with your clients?
My daily routine is like really long. It starts really early, roughly 9 a.m., and it goes all day. I'm very one-on-one with my clients. I treat them like I would want to be treated if I was in a salon. You know, they appreciate the professionalism. They also appreciate that one-on-one, because as a stylist, we're also psychologists. So, you know, we're therapists, and they love it. They love the one-on-one connection. That's the most thing that I hear. Feedback.
Can you tell me about your experience with the Raw Showcase? How did that come about?
Well, actually, I didn't know anything about Raw. I actually got an email on October 1st, which was my birthday, and it just stated that they thought it would be a good fit and to win it. So I just responded to the email, and I'm here.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so how was the experience for you today?
It was amazing, like just to meet other artists, whether it was beauty, dance, whatever may have you. Like, it was just amazing. I would definitely do it again. It was just great.
What would you say your main thing is? Like, what's your main niche?
I think my main is just like everything. I can't like choose one, but I can definitely say when I do coloring, like I really get excited because I have to like just fall into this colorful world and like mix and match 5, 6, 7, 8 different colors, and I have to realize that it all has to come together. So that's the best part, the blending of the colors. So yeah, coloring definitely.
That's something that I was surprised about, because I saw some of your work and it's like rainbow. You know, it's like a rainbow, but you are able to make it look cohesive on one person's head. So kudos to you, girl. You're doing your thing. I love seeing your stuff on the runway. Anything else you wanted to add about tonight?
I just think it's an amazing experience. I'm just overwhelmed by it, literally overwhelmed. Like everything that came at one time is just out of the blue, but it was amazing. It was a blessing, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Five years ago, there really wasn't much going on. Vacant buildings everywhere.
It's just growing a lot, and I love just the feel of this area. I love being a part of just the change that's happening.
The energy here, you can just feel it. Everybody supports each other.
The activities surpassed
sort of what we thought it would happen in the first 5 years.
And there's more coming, by the way.
I think it's going to continue to grow. We have other businesses that are planning to open up very soon, and I think there's just going to be more and more.
The long forecast, the 7-8 day forecast, that's what I like to see. That lets me know ahead of time what the weather's going to be like. Jerry does a good job. He lets you know when something is finna transpire. I have the app on my phone and the radar on my phone so I can keep up with that. It helps me know when a storm is coming up and what the weather's going to be like and what's bad. One moment I really appreciated was when Hurricane Florence was about and the way Jerry really let you know what was going to happen. That was one moment that made my decision for us to leave town at that time. Because in Craven County, we got hit bad. And Jerry really emphasized how strong the storm surge was going to be, how much wind we was going to have, how much damage was expected. So that gave us the determination to leave town. So that was one of the great moments, I believe, was with Jerry's forecast of Hurricane Florence. I just wanted to say, y'all continue to do what you're doing.
It's your turn.
I know it's my turn. Why are you telling me it's my turn?
Because you're not going.
Well, whatever. 4. Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. It's not going well, except for Ryan. Yeah, 4, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Waterworks, don't you own that, Ryan? Here you go. Just take. I've got $10 left.
Thank you.
Oh, dear. Quick reminder how you can find the show. We're at WNCT.com under the download tab. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Use the East Daily Download hashtag. And we're on the WNCT mobile app where you can watch the show on the go anywhere you are. Now, still to come, we're going to go to J.H. Rose High School and a special profile about a teen who wrote a play about dealing with the hardships of autism. But right now, we want to check in on the movie Midway, and we're going to do that, and we're going to keep playing. And hopefully by the next time you see us, we won't all have no money left and Ryan won't be completely bloating. Okay. And doesn't he own that one too? Yeah. We'll see you in a minute.
There's this kid. He didn't think he could cut it. I figured it was just the usual jitters. I take him under my wing. He was right to be scared.
Pearl Harbor is the greatest intelligence failure in American history.
This can never happen again. I want to make it right.
At least some of the boys still want to fight.
The Japanese are planning something bigger.
So what's the target?
We believe it's Midway.
Washington disagrees.
Washington is wrong.
If we lose, the Japanese own the West Coast. Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles. Will burn.
We got the order to launch. We need to throw a punch so they know what it feels like to be hit.
We're talking about a couple dozen planes against a whole Japanese fleet. This isn't a fair fight. I don't know how to lead these men.
They'll follow you anywhere.
If you know that you came through when people are counting on you, you'll be able to face anything.
Soccer stars Megan Rapinoe, Abby Wambach, Michelle Akers, and Brandi Chastain's pledge to donate their brains was sparked by concern over the long-term impact of all those headers and collisions. In June, we spoke with retired World Cup winners Brandi Chastain and Michelle Akers.
I smashed into the back of her head, so I broke my orbital fracture and broke my nose and my teeth.
Oh, I did a lot of heading the ball, and very proudly so, and very determined and very aggressive.
This new study looks at head trauma in high school sports. Boys football had the highest rate of concussion, 10 per every 10,000 practices or games. Girls soccer was second at a rate of 8 per 10,000. Boys soccer had a much lower rate. In the 20 sports studied, girls had more than twice the rate of concussions as boys.
I've had really bad headaches and I've just been sleeping a lot. And for the past week, I haven't been to school.
12-year-old Olivia Hans got a concussion last month during a soccer game when she collided with another player and hit the ground. Emily Lee is Olivia's mother.
We were worried because it was severe. It was considered a major concussion.
For girls, heading the ball or colliding with another player were the main causes of concussions. Dr. Jason Kristofiak is a team doctor for a women's professional team.
We're still working with proper diagnosing and management of the concussions, but what we're also really trying to promote is awareness and prevention.
Nobody knows why high school girls are so much more likely than the boys to get concussion from playing soccer, but there are some theories. One is that there are hormonal differences, and another is that there are differences in the anatomy of the neck. And a third theory is that the girls may be more likely to report symptoms of concussion. So in the boys, it may be being underdiagnosed. Dr. John LaPook, CBS News, New York.
Students at J.H. Rose High School are taking to the stage to break down barriers. Time Twister is an original play about students with autism surviving high school. It tackles tough issues like bullying and compares having autism to having a superpower.
It's you losers again. All you ever talk about is pokey whatever. What a bunch of losers.
Students at J.H. Rose High School in Greenville are taking to the stage to break down barriers. Time Twister is a play about students with autism surviving high school. It deals with tough issues like bullying and compares having autism to having a superpower.
Do you mind? Can we just have one day without you guys belittling us?
Senior Ben Craven wrote Time Twister to raise awareness about some of the issues teens with autism experience.
They're having to deal with the current problems that a lot of people with autism in the world today have to deal with, being bullied, constant torture, being viewed as different.
And I think we can get this done by midnight.
Craven has autism and says he's familiar with these issues.
Have you dealt with any of those issues? Yeah.
I've dealt with a bit of bullying, a lot of people treating me as awkward throughout my life.
I thought this school would be so much better off without people like you, Jack.
Because a lot of people with autism tend to have secret gifts, more like superpowers.
Theater student Brenna Golland says Craven is an inspiration and the audience could learn something from the show.
I think that it's going to be amazing to see the impact that it's going to make. A lot of people just think they have their view of autism, but then when you really think about it and then you attend a show that someone with autism has written, then that's really eye-opening, at least it was for me.
I actually am thrilled to see this play blossom, and I have high hopes what it will become, and it will inspire others.
Details about opening night can be found on WNCT.com. In Greenville, I'm Katie Augustine for the East Daily Download.
What are online originals? Local stories, local documentaries, special features. Everything you need at your fingertips. WNCT.com online originals.
More jingle at the cash register. A new report shows this year's holiday sales could grow as much as 4.2% compared to 2018, reaching a possible high of $730 billion. That's according to the National Retail Federation. And this is a critical time for retailers, with November and December sales accounting for 20% of annual sales. So the predicted rise is good news for retailers, who saw a small increase of only 2.1% last year. The NRF blames 2018's tariffs and the uncertainty over a government shutdown. But this is also good news for job seekers. The NRF expects retailers to hire more than 530,000 temporary workers to help with the high demand this holiday season. Experts credit the rise in holiday sales to job growth and higher wages. And it's not just brick and mortar stores seeing soaring sales. The NRF forecast finds online and other non-store sales are expected to increase as much as 14% to nearly $167 billion. For Consumer Watch, I'm Britt Conway.
Watch your local WNCT 9 in Your Side news on our live stream on WNCT.com or on our mobile app.
Since we last left you, Lauren leveraged some high-profile buyouts of other property, and don't you already own that too?
I do.
Okay. Ryan, it's your last roll, because we have no money left. And she owns that one too. Well, it's National Monopoly Day, and that's why we're playing. It was fun in the beginning, but now it's become not fun.
Still fun.
For you?
Yeah.
Are you having fun, everybody? I think Ashley says it all. Let's draw a smile on our faces because kudos to you, Lauren, for the win. And we'll see you tomorrow on the East Daily Download when we will not be playing Monopoly. But have a good Monopoly Day, everybody, and we'll see you then. Wednesday, when we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download, we have a new Q&A with AQ. Our Ion Entertainment brings us a look at the new Star Wars show, The Mandalorian. We'll have part 3 of our Profile of Stellar Showcase, and WNCT-9 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson introduces us to this week's weather kid. So join us on Wednesday for an all-new The East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.